Hi, Karen. Happy late October. It is so wonderful to see you. And welcome back, listeners. We just took a little mini fall break.
Oh my gosh. Happy fall, Katie. It is so wonderful to see your beautiful face. We're in another season. We're in the fourth quarter. The
We're in the
hell.
fourth quarter. Oh my gosh, the fourth quarter of 2024.
Correct.
Wow. Just wow. I don't have anything to say to that. I was thinking about football analogies and then I was like, I don't know anything about football. Like, so I can't really contribute.
Oh my God, same. Yeah.
Mm.
Or basketball. I do love the WNBA, even though I didn't go to a single game this season. It's fun.
Oh, this is embarrassing. Are so there are quarters in basketball also. Or
I
no, wait,
can't,
there's
Katie, I'm done.
halves. Wait, there's halves in football. There aren't quarters in football, right?
No, no, they're okay. Oh
Okay.
God.
I wish I was kidding. Okay, we can just move on. But yeah. Wait, okay, wait, but for real. Like, so there's quarters in both football and basketball, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Moving on. But there's not halves in basketball. It's only quarters.
Well, there's a halftime show. Like that's when the cheerleaders come out, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, totally.
but it's not the like football. It's not the same as like the super, of course, the halftime. Of course, my brain immediately goes to, oh my God, Usher at the halftime show. That was amazing.
Of
Wait, and
course.
then, ooh, this year it's Kendrick Lamar. That's going to be amazing too.
Ooh.
Anyway,
Oh, that's exciting. I didn't know that.
oh yeah, Kendrick Lamar. I can't remember who he's bringing with him. Anyway,
Wow.
go sports is not the theme of this episode, but maybe it should be.
Maybe it should be. Maybe it should be. Maybe we should be a sports podcast. Like that would be,
Oh my
it would
God.
actually be really funny to like watch a sporting event and try to commentate on it, not knowing nothing. Although you would probably know so much. I'm not saying that you would know nothing. I would know nothing.
No, 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 no. To be clear, I would also know nothing. Wow, it's
Yeah,
embarrassing.
it is. It's very embarrassing to think that what I just said is a real thought. So,
I know.
anywho, okay, so to catch you up, Karen, on the last 3 weeks, I did
Oh shit.
spend 4 days in San Francisco, which was really fun. I am spending a lot of time there this fall. I'm going back in a couple weeks. And I usually am like, oh, it's rainbows and sunshine and beautiful, incredible things at all times, and the Bay Area can do no wrong. And yes and no,
Oh no.
because one day my car got broken into.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
totally fine. I'm totally fine. And it was really intense. I parked my car
no.
in Oakland for an event and when you like know in your intuition, like there's a teeny tiny voice in your head that's like this could happen and like you either listen to it or don't. Well, in that moment, I was like I could get broken into and it wasn't because of I don't know. I mean, maybe it was because of Oakland, but also like Oakland is not. I just refuse to talk badly about areas of San Francisco and the Bay Area. And there is an uptick in crime there, so I guess that's just the truth. But anyway, I thought like, oh, I could get broken into, and then I went back to my car at 11:15 at night, and one of the back windows, not one of the roll downs, but like that like triangular window in the back, and then they tried to get into the trunk. There was nothing in the trunk. There was nothing in the car
Oh,
except
thank
for a
God.
water bottle. And yeah, it was interesting
Wow.
because I got into the car to drive back to San Francisco, and it's like 11:45 at this point. And I think that like I can just go over the Bay Bridge. Like from Oakland, it should take like 30 minutes at the very most at midnight, whatever. And my GPS kept saying 81 miles. And I was like, that's wrong. What the heck? But I'm like I'm putting my GPS in as I'm going 65 on the highway, like super dangerous. And I keep seeing signs for San Jose and I'm following the GPS. And I was like, that's south, by the way, for people who don't know the Bay Area. And so it turns out the Bay Bridge was closed.
Stop it. No, no,
So
no,
I went
no.
all the way around the entire San Francisco Bay. And
Oh
I
my
got home
God.
at 1:15 in the morning. And like it was one of those moments where I was like trying not to freak out. And thank goodness there was a heat wave because it was super fucking breezy in my car. And so like it was just so I'm like driving, listening to some like random podcast, not us, because that would have been entertaining. And then like it was so then like my friend who was with me at dinner, she knew I got broken into. She calls me. She's like, "Hey, are you home? Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm not home. I'm on my way to San Jose." And she was like with expletives fit in there. And she's like, "Hold on, I'm gonna go burn some sage." And I was like, "Okay." And actually,
Yep,
it helped. It helped because someone in the world knew where I was. I wasn't gonna call Tyler
that's
and
right.
wake him up from a dead sleep. But anyway, other than that, it was a really nice visit with friends. But yeah, it's just
Oh
has that ever happened to you? Has your car ever gotten
no.
broken into?
Oh God, knock on wood. So you said I just have to go back to this. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. And it was your
Thanks.
car, right? You
Oh
drive
no
to
no no
San
no 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 no
Francisco.
no 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 no
Oh,
no.
okay.
It was a rental. Thank goodness.
Oh, thank
Also,
God.
plug for Enterprise. They were
Oh,
amazing. They were
oh,
so kind. And I was like, I called them the next day and I was like, here's the police report. And I was like, I know I have to come back to SFO, which again, 40 minutes away. They're like, we would never do that to you. We're going to find the closest car to you. And there's one less than 5 blocks away. And I was like, oh my
oh,
God. They were fabulous. Enterprise.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah. We did not
oh
sponsored,
man.
but please sponsor us because I'm never going to have a different rental car company.
I mean, for reals.
Yeah, for reals.
Oh, God damn it.
Right?
Oh, oh my God. That is so horrible. Have I, mm, my car? No, my house, yes.
Your house, Karen?
Not this house, but my apartment when I owned a condo on the north side of Chicago. My condo got broken into. I'm pretty sure I was having work done. I was out of town and I had like what was supposed to be a 7 day bathroom remodel was it literally took 3 months.
Oh,
And my contractor fired somebody during the job. And I'm pretty sure that guy came back to my apartment and took a bunch of shit.
what?
Yeah.
I am so sorry. That's terrifying. What a horrible violation.
What I mean, the stressful. I mean, it was also so stressful because I was out of town at the time. I don't even remember how I found out. Anyway, it was very scary. And he or whoever question mark took the weirdest shit. Like I had this cool handmade piggy bank like
Oh,
made by some hippie lady. Not only took my piggy bank, picked up every single penny.
what?
It was like a big piggy bank, and I really liked it because it had this giant cork that was the snout. It was
Oh,
like really big, and so I had like this very artful overflowing of coin. No, 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 no. Picked them all up and took them. Just it was a weird. It was a very strange burglary. Um. So
ugh.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so sorry. That's such a violation.
Thank you.
Oh, that's just such a nightmare. Oh my gosh, I'm so
Yeah, yeah.
sorry. Like, were you able to recover any of the items?
Oh no, no, no.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. No, and I had homeowners insurance, so it paid out, but it was just, yeah, it was weird. And I learned a lot of things about homeowners insurance policies. Like if you have very valuable things, you have to have separate riders for them.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't. I had a ring that I bought in Thailand actually and gone. And
Oh.
I know. So I present the receipt to State Farm though, and the woman freaks out and is like, kind of lecturing me about how I needed a rider for this thing because it was, $36,000. And I was like, sweetheart, that's baht. 3,600, 36,000 Thai baht. Like, which is, whatever it was at the time. And it was just like, okay, let's all calm
Yes.
down.
Also, insurance agents, please don't freak out on people. If you're calling an insurance company, you're already in a state. Like, it's like,
That's exactly right. Yeah.
please be trained in CBT. Like, let's do some
Oh
tapping
my
together.
God.
Yes.
I will say though, I did learn from that experience that she was like, well, did you have any cash in the house? And I was like, well, no. She was like, well, you should always have cash in your house. And that's when I learned that you should always hide like $200 in cash in your house at somewhere.
Really?
Yeah. State
Of-
Farm.
just for the off
You
chance,
just
just
never know.
need.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I don't. have any I think I have some coins from Europe in my dresser. Like that's it. I have 3 euros. Like, please come rob me.
And
Yes.
I've 50 francs, $50 in yeah. Anyway,
Right. Totally. Which francs don't exist anymore, right? Like that's I mean, I
here's the
wonder if they
euro.
would be honored, but I don't know.
I missed the deadline
Yeah, that
a
by
long
like
time ago.
21 years
That's
span.
exactly right. No,
Like
completely. I
that's
was like, oh, well,
well, hmm.
I'm so sorry that happened.
I'm so
Well,
sorry that happened to you too.
I mean, so there's the break-in, which is scary enough, but then like, why was the Bay Bridge closed? Like, it's a huge deal.
It is actually a huge deal. And I didn't understand. And I think the thing is like I don't know Oakland very well. And I wish I did because if I had, I would have just turned off my GPS and just turned around the way that, like the Bay Bridge was. But I genuinely did not know how to do it once I was
Oh,
like where I was. And so it was one of those things where I was like, well, I guess I could just get off at the next exit with my beat up car and like I don't know where and it's like I'm not feeling real confident about like the state of the world right now and so I'm like I think I'm just going to drive the 81 miles around and like I mean it ended up being honestly fine and like it
mm,
was yeah it was all good it's just I don't know I can laugh about it now and
right.
it's just it's okay. It's just I mean in truth it's very sad that there are, like there are people who really need whatever was in my trunk. So, I have empathy for them and I'm not hurt and the rest of my car's fine. So, anyway, but otherwise it was nice and I really hope I don't get broken into when I go in a week and a half because I'm going back. So,
Mm.
we'll
Oh,
see.
that's so good.
It's nice. I'm excited to go back. I'm traveling, yeah, there and then Portland, and then I'm going to be in Phoenix, Karen. I'm going to be in Phoenix for the election.
No way. Oh
I,
gosh.
I know, yeah, I know. That's the proper response. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm going for like this behavioral health tech conference, which I'm actually really
Mhm.
excited about. So it's going to be a lot of therapists there. And I got this
Yes.
notification that said, hey, we're going to have a like a watch party for the election the first night of the conference. And if you have election related anxiety, we will also have therapists on site who you can talk to. And
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like, well, am I gonna like watch, like the thing with potential MAGA people, which I know that sounds makes me sound like a horrible person, or because I have judgment about it, not because of MAGA people, but like anyway, and then or am I gonna talk to a therapist or option number three, get takeout pizza and drink in my hotel room alone.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think that's not a toss up. Like
Yeah,
that's
no. Oh yeah, no. There's not like, yeah,
I
no.
wonder no, I'm doing number three. There's no question.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could send you a pizza. I'm probably gonna, my workplace is probably gonna expense my pizza, so I wish I could share it
Oh,
with you.
I wish I
Yeah.
could share it with you too. Well, we can just send each other pizza
Wow.
emojis.
That's right.
Same thing. Same.
Exactly. Oh my God.
Totally. Anyway, but yes, but how are you? How are you? The last 3 weeks,
Oh
I know
my
you've been
gosh.
doing a ton of travel. Yeah.
Yes. I believe as I told you, that sounds weird. Um, I have been doing a ton of travel. Thank you for being flexible about our schedule and taking
Thank
a
you.
break. And yeah, I had this realization that I slept in 5 states in 5 nights.
Subsequent nights. Like
Yes. Like went to bed
unbelievable.
in Alabama Thursday night, or wait, I don't even remember what the five were, but it was Alabama, Indiana, Illinois, New Jersey, New York, 5 days in a row.
Unbelievable. That has
Yeah.
to be some sort of record.
I mean, it's certainly a personal that's a personal record, even if it's not
Yeah.
like a Guinness official Guinness record. Yeah, no. And I gotta tell you, the bookends of that, like Sheffield, Alabama, Manhattan, a lot. Oops.
A lot for very
Yeah,
different reasons, I would
yeah,
assume. Yeah,
yeah,
also worlds apart. Like
yeah.
that's a lot of energy to
Oh yeah.
absorb and expend, I would imagine.
Very much so. I will give a shout out to my project though. So I was in New York for a coworker's baby shower. She's like the most beautiful pregnant woman I've ever seen in my life. And
Wow.
she's my coworker who's a model. And for this fellowship that I'm in called MTC, it's the Media Transformation Challenge. This is totally a commercial. It is not sponsored, but So in addition to like going to classes in New York and like meeting with our coaches, one of my colleagues works for Good Morning America. So we got a tour. I know. We got a tour of GMA, and then all of the hosts came in to talk to us, and it was just like watching all of these like too cool for school journalists be like, "Oh my God, Robin Roberts!" Like just freaking
Oh
out.
my, wait,
I'll
hold
have to send you
on.
the photos. I
Oh, are you
know.
serious, Karen? You saw Robin Roberts like in
Like
person?
oh no, like I spoke to her. Like she is standing next to me in the photos. Like she talked to us. They had to drag her out of there. They're like, Robin, we have to do the goodbyes. Like she just wanted to hang out with us. So, and
Wow.
they came in at like one at a time. So first it was George Stephanopoulos, and we were like, right? Then Michael Strahan
Mate.
came in, and that Michael Strahan was the beginning of the unraveling of the Black lady coaches.
Oh
Like
my
these,
gosh.
like it's so funny. These like very, button up were coaches. These ladies were like, okay, I'm gonna go sneak behind Michael. I'm gonna need you to take a picture. Like it just was like, I'm a Zoom bomb, Michael, and I need you. I just
Oh
hilarious.
my
So
gosh.
Michael Strahan comes in, and then Robin Roberts, and then Lara, who's Spencer. Ooh, it was very, 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 very cool. It was a very
Wow.
cool New York experience. And then the night we went to Hamilton, and it was just like, oh, this is the best New York day ever.
Oh my gosh, Karen, you went to Hamilton in New York?
Oh my
That's
gosh, on Broadway.
incredible.
I know.
Had you ever seen it before?
I saw it in Chicago actually earlier this year.
Oh my gosh, that's wow, twice in 1 year is amazing.
I know.
How was
And
it? I mean, as if I need to ask.
oh my gosh, it's just like mind blowing. It was mind blowing. It's just like I love it more every time I see it, hear it, listen to it, whatever. And so the funniest part to me was that I went with a group. We didn't all go as a group, but there was like somebody who organized us getting tickets. And among us were like Hamilton super fans, my German colleague who didn't know what the fuck we were talking about, and a Ukrainian American woman who was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, it was so. And afterward, she was like, "Oh no, Aaron Burr is my favorite," and we're like, "No, Aaron Burr, no, you can't
No,
love Aaron Burr." She's like, "No, no, he was my favorite character." I'm like,
no, that's kind okay. Okay. There was something lost in
"Oh my
that.
god," and she loved him. It was so, but she was so passionate in defending her love for him. So it was like, all right, well, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Oh my gosh, what an incredible trip. Oh my gosh,
Yes,
seeing Robin Roberts, if I saw her, I think I would just melt into the floor. Like I would just be
she's
like,
like, oh my
what?
she is so kind and cool and like just such a like I don't know if you've ever had this experience of meeting a celebrity in person and being like, "Oh, this is why you're famous." Like
Oh
you
yeah.
whatever that thing is, you have it.
I mean, she's an
Yeah.
icon. Absolute legend. Like,
She's so great.
oh my gosh. Wow. I'm like pumped for I feel like I'm in New York with you. Like I'm
Oh
like,
my
even though you're not in New York
gosh.
right now, but like that's so awesome. The fact that you got to go to Hamilton on Broadway, that's incredible. I saw it in San Francisco many years ago, and I
Ah,
thought it was honestly one of the best pieces of art I've ever seen in my entire life. Like I was like, this is unreal. Like if you're listening and you have not seen Hamilton, just look it up and make a plan to go because I think every human needs to see it.
I agree. And the last thing I will say about it, if you are feeling a way about Alexander Hamilton or the founding fathers or this country, I need you to set all of that aside because that's not really what it's about.
No.
And Lin Manuel Miranda has set it up so that like that cast is like 98% people of color.
Yes.
Like the original Broadway cast, my friend was telling me this, King George was the only white person in that whole cast.
Wow.
And he was like, yeah, there's another guy that everybody thinks is white, but he's Colombian. And just described this experience of being like the minority on, among all these black and brown people. I love that show so much. And I mean, who gives a fuck about Alexander Hamilton? I don't care about him.
No, of course not. But the actual art of it and like the way it's constructed and like the cultural impact, like current, it's so, yeah, that's so awesome. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. That's amazing.
Thank you.
New York is
Thank you.
so magical. It is. And annoying sometimes when there's a lot going on and Uber rides are expensive and it's magical.
Correct. Yes. It's such a beautiful, like, experience bubble to be in and then to leave. I
Yes.
could never live there.
I thought about living there in my 20s. I did. I was like, I wanted to live there for like a summer, have an
Mm.
internship, something like that. And then that faded away. That's the
Yeah,
end of that. I'm good with just going every couple of years.
totally.
Hmm. Okay, so I know we're like already at time, but it's fine. We can let's talk. Let's
Oh
talk for a few
God.
minutes about this topic because I love it, Karen. I love it. Thank you for bringing it up again. Everyone, I mean, no surprise, Karen, you come up with all of the ideas, period.
Oh no, Katie, I know you gotta go. Oh
Hmm.
no.
It's okay. I can talk for like another 5, 10 minutes. It's totally
Oh
fine.
God. Okay. So, whew, all right, this is gonna be a quick one. Um, it means we'll be succinct. Okay, so as I explained to you earlier, Katie, I've been writing myself affirmations every day in my notebook, and one of the ones that I wrote was work toward freedom a little every day.
Mm.
And this notion that, like, if I want to get to where I am trying to go in a year, for instance, that I need to put in a little bit every day to get there. And it has been both stressful and liberating to think like, okay, I can do it. I just got to get real about it.
Yes, yes. Okay, well, thank you so much for bringing this up. I find that this like concept is very calming to me because it gives us a lot of like space. Like it gives a lot of space, but it also like I think there's so much in my brain that I'm having a hard time like articulating it out of my mouth, but like basically it's like I feel like all of us have goals or we all have things that we like kind of want to try or want to work toward. And I definitely know that there have been times in my life where I'm like super goal oriented. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this done. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm going to like hyper drive it and I'll be done with whatever the goal is in like a month or a week or whatever it is. And then I'm completely burned out because I just expended way too much energy and it's exhausting. And then there are times where I don't feel that at all. It's more of the opposite. And I just think about something that I'm like, oh, if only very wistfully. And then 5 years goes by, and then 15 years goes by, and I haven't done it. And it's like, huh, like it's interesting. It's an awesome idea to work toward freedom every day and whatever that means to you. And it's like, yeah, it's just I guess I have so many questions for you, Karen, because like how are you like creating a plan for like what a week looks like, month looks like, quarter looks like how what does this look like for you?
Ooh, such a good question. Thank you for, oh my God, thank you for asking. So it is a plan. And it is also, one of the things I will say about MTC is they give you a lot of tools and frameworks, and it's for my day job, but I am applying it to other things in my life. And I think being able to create buckets in my head has been really helpful.
Hmm.
And like, okay, what are the categories of things I need to get done? Like, I'm a big spreadsheet girly. I love Airtable. And
Yes.
I just have all of these Airtables created of like, all right, what do I want to get done by when? What will it take to get to this one thing? Who are the people I need to talk to? Like, yeah, it's a plan and it's a lot. And I do feel like giving myself a year also kind of removes the, like you're talking about, this like sprint.
Yeah,
That's just exhausting.
totally. And it's like it can be smashed into bite-sized pieces, like bite-sized, tiny, tiny, tiny. Or like
Yes.
and it's like, okay, well, you don't do it for a week or you don't like make progress for a week. It's fine. Like just go to the net. Like it's just
Yeah.
time. I mean, how has it been feeling though for you as you create this plan to check off like
Mhm.
the wins as you go, like the small things that you're putting toward that?
I mean, this is a new, like, this is a relatively new, I have been thinking about this for a long time, but it's a relatively new thing. And I think, yes, it feels really good to check things off. And I will say this, here is one of the weirdest things. And this is what happened when I founded Rebellious 12 years ago now, is that it sounds very woo woo, but things just started aligning.
Yes.
Like, I had this idea about something. I went to check my personal email and I had a message that would help me with the thing. I shit you not.
Wow.
30 seconds earlier, somebody had sent me a message about that thing. Not kidding. Got a message about it the next day from someone completely out of the blue. Like, I feel like when I was founding Rebellious, I really had this sense that, like, when you are working on your purpose, the stars just align in your favor. And I think there's a lot of work about this. I think Jen Sincero is an author who writes a lot about this. The You Are a Badass author
Yes.
talks a lot about this and the idea of vibration and all of it. Like, it has been very interesting that now that I have set that direction for myself, that like things just keep kind of flowing in a way.
You feel like that's happening now too? Like what it
I
was when
do.
you, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's been
Wow.
great.
That's so incredible. I mean, it also just goes to show that like it's so important to pay attention to the thing that you want to do. It's
Yeah.
like I think it's hard sometimes to, at least for me, to pay attention to the thing. Like I push it away in favor of, I mean, paying
Oh my
work
God.
or other things that I think I should with the should in quotes in front of it. Like it's yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, I completely hear you. And I feel like, one of the things that this program has taught me slash reminded me is that like I am Hermione Granger. I need to be in school. I need to be in classes. I need to have accountability. Like the fact that we have coaches and that we have homework and that we have things we have to do is the only reason I'm able to think this way. Because yeah, otherwise, like I'm gonna learn French someday. I'm gonna do whatever. But unless you like, I just find I really need the structure and the like rewards of being not only checking things off, but like getting quote unquote graded on stuff. Like I just,
Yes.
yeah,
That's amazing. I mean, it's so cool to have like be in that structure to then open your mind up to a new structure for yourself, for your life.
yeah, exactly.
Ooh, I just wonder what people are thinking right now. Like all of you, I wish I could just reach into your brains as you're walking your dogs or driving or before you're going to bed or whatever it is. And like, what is the thing that has been like percolating? What is it? You know, there it's in there. It's true. Don't pretend there's nothing. There is.
Oh my gosh. What is the thing? And what is holding you back from doing the thing? Does it seem too big? Does it seem too overwhelming? Is it too expensive? What would happen if you treated it like a project in your life?
Mm-hmm. And actually gave it space
Yeah.
and
And,
time,
and attention, like you said.
attention. Ooh, this is very on the nose for me at the moment.
Oh, mm.
And what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, like you said, the time passes anyway. Like, oh my God, that's gonna take too long. Well, you know what? 15 years have gone by anyway.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Ugh.
I often think about like people who have started projects or started jobs and it's been like the thing that they've always wanted to do and like maybe it worked or maybe it didn't. And then their life keeps going. It's like they're like what you just said. It's like their life keeps going on and then it's like hopefully they're okay and like it's like I think about like big projects that I've thought about doing and then I think about this book that I wrote 10 years
Mm.
ago and it's like that was a huge project in my life and I did not think it was going to end and it was really hard for me and yet it ended so long ago that I don't even think about it anymore. And so it's like I'm just explaining this as like an example of like you can try shit and like maybe it'll be great and maybe it'll change the direction of your life or maybe it won't. And like whatever. It's like the outcome doesn't matter. It's just try it. Like I mean, this is me talking to myself.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And to me.
Yeah, yes, both
And
of us.
right. Oh my gosh. And what you're also making me reflect on is that you get to decide how you feel about it, and you get to decide if it was a success or not.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like, we just get really hung up on what other people say and what other people think, and judging is like an Olympic sport for most of us. And it's just like, you get to decide, like, you know what? I tried that thing. It didn't work out the way I thought it was or that I wanted it to, but here's what I got out of it. And I came out the other side of it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. Like to just like put your earmuffs on of your own like of the people around you and your own internal shitty monologue that everyone has like it's like just go and do the thing like what is the worst that can happen like no like just do it like just It could be anything
Yeah.
also. Like this could be applied to honestly anything.
Oh my gosh. What it makes me think of is like buying a house. Like this house, I feel like I've put so much pressure on myself to get everything right. And it's like, if I buy a bedspread and then I decide I hate it, really, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
Right? Like I feel
Yeah.
like this, it really the enormity of this and the insanity of how much everything costs. I'm like, who it's imaginary money at a certain point, right? Like, if I don't like it, I'll get another one. Or
Yes.
I'll figure it out. Or, I just feel like this it has helped me with this sense of like having to get everything right and the expansiveness, like you said, of experimentation, giving yourself permission to experiment and try it. And again, it goes however you've decided it went.
Totally. I love the bedspread like concept. And like it's like and like your house is an experiment. It's like things that people think are totally permanent are also experiments. Marriage
Yes.
can be an experiment. Like I mean, I can say that as someone who's married. Like I mean, some of them are harder to get out of than others, but like like it's just I think it's just there it's like life is an experiment. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, like I hesitate to
Mm,
say that the adoption of my two dogs is an experiment, but it is. And it's like, thank goodness it's going well. And so it's just, it's, yeah, it's just all, not everything has to be so set in stone. And like, if we try something and it doesn't work out the way that we wanted to, like, that doesn't mean that we're failures. We can try something else. Like, yeah, life is long if we're lucky.
yeah. I do think yeah, age, it's funny you say that way because I feel like age has been influencing some of my decisions. And
Really?
yes, like, I want to do this thing, but how old will I be when it's over? And I have people in my life who are like, oh my God, I would never have bought a house at your age. Think of how old you, oh no, think of how old you'll be in 30 years when you pay it off. And it was like, wait, what? What
Wait,
would you? Okay.
no,
I know it's so weird. I don't want to think about life like that, but I don't
no.
have to. That's the great thing. Like that is okay. That is your framework for your life. It doesn't have to be mine.
No, no one's too old for anything. Like you can easily find Google people who are in their 90s going back for their master's degrees. Like it's like life is always as vibrant as you want to make it. And if you're healthy enough to make it, then do it. Like it's like, oh God, 30 years. What? What? What are you supposed to just do something different than buy a house? I don't. Yeah.
I was supposed to buy a house I could age into.
Oh, I see.
I have a lot
Okay.
of stairs. My house has a lot of stairs. I'm on 3 floors.
Karen, you're a fetus. I mean, come on.
Oh my God. I just was like, I know I really love this house and I'm really glad I got it. And I'm really glad that I didn't get a different house because of what 79-year-old me is going to need.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy that that's how you feel because,
Yeah.
like, that feels so limiting to always live in the future of what your life is not right now. Life is now, right now. Ugh, okay. Well, that was triggering. I'm sorry that someone said that to you. I am.
Just people have a lot of opinions.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. And that's the thing. Just bubble wrap your body to like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, I just want to bubble wrap myself and walk around and have every like judgment or look or anything just deflect right off, just pop on off. Like, just, you know, also myself, though. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying, I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
Hmm.
I mean, I feel like maybe our antidote is to just get real Southern. When somebody says something to you, you just say, bless your heart. Even if you just think it. Bless your
Yeah.
heart.
Bless your
Yeah.
heart. Hmm. Whenever someone says something to me that I'm like, ooh, that wasn't very kind, sometimes I ask them, I'm like, what? What was that?
Yeah.
Like, I will.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Like, just like, oh, I don't think, like, I didn't hear them, even though I totally heard them. And then they're like, oh, forget it. It's nothing. And I was like, no, 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 what was it? And like, then they're like, and then they, of course, feel like fucking shit because they are shitty for saying something not great?
I mean, it's giving a little bit of the Kamala say it to my face. Like
Yeah,
what?
exactly.
I
Yeah,
mean,
what?
it's really
Exactly.
I mean, it's a very polite, like, I'm sorry, what? But really it's like, wait, say, Say it again.
Yeah,
Say it.
exactly. Please say it again so that you can double down on how much of a douche you are. Yes. And you can hear it for yourself because I heard you the first time. Oh gosh.
Oh my God, it's
Yeah.
so good. I love that. I am totally gonna do that. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, like I like genuinely didn't hear it, like because then they would be like, oh shit. Like usually it's like when it comes to like sarcasm, it's like just flat out mean, like that kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, no, that wasn't sarcastic. Like, say it again, bitch. Yeah. On that note,
So good. Yep. Ah.
so good to be back, Karen. This is wonderful. Thank you all listeners for hanging in through our fall break. And we hope that you all are feeling amazing this week, and we will see you all next week.